Okay, we are doing problems in coordinate geometry, straight lines, circles, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. Okay, consider the circle. Consider the circle touching the x-axis. At a distance 3 from the origin. Touching the x-axis at a distance 3 from the origin. And its intercept on the y-axis is 2√7. Then its equation is multiple option. Option A, x square plus y square minus 6x plus 8y plus 9 equal to 0. Option B, x square plus y square minus 6x plus 7y plus 9 equal to 0. X square plus y square, third option, minus 6x minus 8y minus plus 9 equal to 0. And D, the last option, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 7y plus 9 equal to 0. Okay. Now, for a circle. Circle touches the x-axis. And its intercept on y is 2√7. Okay. There are given conditions. Well, our circle x-axis in a touch in at a distance 3 from the origin. That means touches at 3, 0. And it makes an intercept whose length is 2√7 on the y-axis. There may be one more circle like that below. Intercept in magnitude 2√7 is given. Touches the x-axis at 3, 0. One more circle is possible. Therefore, there are possibly 2 answers. Okay, we can check analytically. Equation of the circle be in the general form x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, the standard form. In that case, the center is minus g minus f. In the first form, we write minus g minus f. Center x square plus y square plus 2gx. And we know that if a circle touches the x-axis by the radius tangent theorem, we know that the y-coordinate of the center is radius of the circle in magnitude. Y-coordinate of the center, or we know that minus d comma minus f is the center, then we can write mod f is equal to radius of the circle. In this case, the radius is g square plus f square minus c. Squaring both sides, we get f square equal to g square plus f square minus c. F square cancels on both sides, we get g square equal to c. That is the first condition we get when the circle touches the x-axis. Y coordinate of the center in magnitude is the radius of the circle. That follows from the tangent radius theorem, well known from our school classes. Okay. So we got to the first condition, d square equal to c. Another condition is given by the y-intercept on the y-axis is equal to 2 root 7, and y-intercept is 2 into root of f square minus c. In IIT level questions, they use this idea of intercept most commonly. X-intercept ആണ് കാണുന്നതെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും വെച്ചാൽ x-axis-ൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 എന്നാണ്. അപ്പോൾ x-intercept എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഈ ഇന്റർസെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോയിന്റിന്റെ ഇടയിലുള്ള ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ഈ രണ്ട് പോയിന്റിൽ മീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോയിന്റ് കാണാൻ നമുക്ക് x-axis ആണെങ്കിൽ x-axis-നോട് നമ്മളെ ഗിവൺ പ്രോബ്ലത്തിൽ y-axis ആണ്, x-intercept അല്ല. X-axis ആണെങ്കിൽ put y equal to 0, we get x square plus 2gx plus c equal to 0 when y equal to 0. And let x1, y1 and x1 0 and x2 0 be the 2 points. അപ്പൊ x1 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇതിന്റെ റൂട്ട് ആണ്, x2 ഇതിന്റെ റൂട്ട് ആണ്, x1 plus x2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് -2g ആയിരിക്കും, and x1 x2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് c ആയിരിക്കും, -b by a and c by a അങ്ങനെ കിട്ടും. ഇനി നമുക്ക് x1 minus x2 whole square is equal to x1 plus x2 whole square minus 4x1 x2 എന്നുള്ള ഫോർമുല ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. അപ്പൊ 4g square minus 4c എന്ന് കിട്ടും. 4 into g square minus c എന്ന് എഴുതാം. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ റൂട്ട് എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ mod x1 minus x2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 2 root g square minus c എന്നായിരിക്കും. അപ്പൊ mod x1 minus x2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ്, അതായത് x-intercept 2 root g square minus c ആണ്. ഇതേ ആർഗ്യുമെന്റ് നമ്മൾ y-axis ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നമ്മൾ x-ന് 0 കൊടുക്കുന്നു, x-ന് 0 കൊടുക്കുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് 2 into root of f square minus c. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഈ ഫോർമുല ഉപയോഗിച്ചത്. y-intercept, ഈ ഇന്റർസെപ്റ്റ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള പ്രോബ്ലംസ് IIT-യുടെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ പേപ്പറിൽ പല പ്രാവശ്യം കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. 2 root 7 എന്ന് കിട്ടും, അത് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. y-intercept കാണാനുള്ള ഫോർമുല ഇതാണ്, 2 root f square minus. Cancelling 2 and squaring, we get f square minus c equal to 7. That is the second equation. ഇനി നമ്മളുടെ സർക്കിൾ x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. It passes through 3 0. It touches the x-axis at 3 0. The circle passes through. Put x equal to 3 passes through 3 0 now. It satisfies the condition. We get 9 plus 0 plus 6g plus 0 plus c equal to 0. That is 6g plus c equal to -9. 6g plus c equal to -9. When we put c equal from 3, equation 3, from 1, we can substitute c by g square. We get 6g plus g square plus 9 equal to 0. That is g square plus 6g plus 9 equal to 0. That is g plus 3 whole square equal to 0. G plus 3 equal to 0. G equal to -3. Now we have G equal to -3. Okay. Now we have G equal to -3. And we can substitute from in one, we get C equal to G square equal to 9. And we substitute in second equation, F square minus 9 equal to 7, F square equal to 16, F equal to plus or minus 4. So now we have the values G equal to 3, C equal to 9, F equal to plus or minus 4. Now we write the equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. That is x square plus y square plus g is 3 minus d, therefore minus 6x. 2fy, f can be plus 4 or minus 4, therefore plus or minus 8y plus c equal to 0. Therefore, we get the first result as x square plus y square minus 6x plus 8y plus c is 9 plus 9 equal to 0. And the second result, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y plus 9 equal to 0. One is the first option A and the other is third option C. Therefore, A and C are correct options. So two ideas are used here. One is y-intercept is 2 into root of f square minus c, which is given there, and when a circle touches the x-axis, y coordinate of the center is equal to radius in magnitude. Okay, these two ideas are used. Okay. Okay. The next is a question from the parabola. And it is a numerical type of question. Answer is an integer. Question 2. Integer type. From parabola, one or two questions they ask from parabola in the advanced exam. Okay. The curve C is the image of the parabola y square equal to 4x with respect to the line x plus y plus 4 equal to 0. X plus y plus 4 equal to 0. C is if A and B, capital A and B, if A and B are the intersection, the points of intersection of C with respect with the line y equal to -5, then distance AB is distance. For 3 or 4 years back, they asked this question for the advanced. Answer is an integer. The curve C is the image of the parabola y square equal to 4x with respect to the line x plus y equal to 4. Y square equal to 4x. And the image on C in the line x plus y equal to 0, 0 to -1 -4 0, -4 -4, 0 പോകുന്ന അതിന്റെ ഇമേജ് ആണ് ഈ സി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന കർവും തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, എന്നിട്ട് y ഈക്വൽ ടു -5 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ലൈന് ഇതിനെ കട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന, ഈ കർവിനെ കട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോയിന്റ്സ് ആണ് ഏത് തന്നത്, എയും ബിയും തന്നത്. What is the distance between A, B is the question. Okay. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, we take a general point on that curve. We can take as x1, y1 which satisfies this equation. അപ്പൊ ആ ഇക്വേഷൻ കൂടെ സാറ്റിസ്ഫൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ രണ്ട് വേരിയബിൾ അസ്യൂം ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് പകരം നമുക്ക് ഒരു വേരിയബിൾ കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പാരാമെട്രിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഒരു പരാബോളയുടെ പാരാമെട്രിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ x ഈക്വൽ ടു 80 സ്ക്വയർ y ഈക്വൽ ടു 218. ഏത് പരാബോളയുടെ ജനറൽ ഫോമില് y സ്ക്വയർ ഈക്വൽ ടു 4ax എന്നാവും. നമ്മളെ തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന എക്സാമ്പിളില് y സ്ക്വയർ ഈക്വൽ ടു 4x ആണ്. അതായത് a ഈക്വൽ ടു 1. അപ്പോ നമ്മളുടെ പാരാമെട്രിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ, ഈ പരാബോളയുടെ പാരാമെട്രിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ x ഈക്വൽ ടു t സ്ക്വയർ y ഈക്വൽ ടു 2t എന്നായിരിക്കും. അപ്പൊ y സ്ക്വയർ ഈക്വൽ ടു 4x എന്നുള്ളത് ശരിയാവുകയും ചെയ്യും. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, എനി പോയിന്റ് ഓൺ ദ പരാബോള ഈസ് ടേക്കൺ ആസ് t സ്ക്വയർ കോമ 2. നമ്മളെ പരാബോള അല്ലെങ്കിൽ t സ്ക്വയർ കോമ 218 ആയിരിക്കും. Therefore, we begin with that argument. Any point on the given parabola is t square comma 2t. Any point. ഇനിയാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഈ പോയിന്റിന് ഇതിന്റെ മുകളിലുള്ള ഇമേജ് കാണുന്നത് x പ്ലസ് വൈ ഈക്വൽ ടു 4 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ലൈനിന്റെ മുകളിലുള്ള ഇമേജ്. നമുക്കറിയാം ആ പോയിന്റ് നമ്മള് x, y എന്നാണ് എടുക്കുന്നതെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ ഫോർമുല വളരെ സിമ്പിൾ ആണ്. x മൈനസ് ആ പോയിന്റ് x1 അതായത് t സ്ക്വയർ ബൈ ഈ കോഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് 1 ഈക്വൽ ടു y മൈനസ് 2t ബൈ വൈയുടെ കോഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് അതുമാണ് ഈക്വൽ ടു, ഇവിടെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇമേജ് ലൈനെ കൊണ്ട് -2 ടൈംസ് ആ പോയിന്റ് ഇതിന്റെ ഇക്വേഷന്റെ ലെഫ്റ്റിൽ സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പൊ ടി സ്ക്വയർ പ്ലസ് 2t പ്ലസ് 4 ഡിവൈഡഡ് ബൈ കോഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് ഓഫ് എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ പ്ലസ് കോഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് ഓഫ് വൈ സ്ക്വയർ. y മൈനസ് ടി സ്ക്വയർ ഫസ്റ്റ് പോയിന്റിന്റെ x മൈനസ് ടി സ്ക്വയർ ബൈ 1 ഈക്വൽ ടു y മൈനസ് 2t ബൈ 1 equal to -2 into t square plus 2t plus 4. അതായിരിക്കും x, y എന്ന ഇമേജ് കാണാനുള്ള വഴി. അപ്പൊ ഇത് ഒന്നാമത്തെ, ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് 2 ഉം ക്യാൻസൽ ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് ഒന്നാമത്തെ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ x മൈനസ് ടി സ്ക്വയർ ഈക്വൽ ടു മൈനസ് ടി സ്ക്വയർ മൈനസ് 2t മൈനസ് 4 നൽകും. ടി സ്ക്വയർ ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്ത് പോകും, മൈനസ് ടി സ്ക്വയർ പ്ലസ് ആയി. Therefore, x equal to -2t minus 4 എന്ന് കിട്ടും. ഇമേജിന്റെ x കോർഡിനേറ്റ് അതാ. അപ്പോ ഇമേജ് നമ്മൾ ലൈൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഇവിടെ ഒരു വേരിയബിൾ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെയും നമുക്ക് ഒരു വേരിയബിൾ പോയിന്റ് കിട്ടും. അതുപോലെ y is equal to 2t പ്ലസ് 2 ക്യാൻസൽ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് -t സ്ക്വയർ -2t മൈനസ് 4 എന്ന് വരും. അവിടെ 2t ആണ് ക്യാൻസൽ ആവുക. അപ്പൊ -t സ്ക്വയർ മൈനസ് 4 എന്ന് വരും. നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞു വന്നത് സിയുടെ പാരാമെട്രിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ x ഈക്വൽ ടു -2t മൈനസ് 4 y ഈക്വൽ ടു -t സ്ക്വയർ മൈനസ് 4. If you want the Cartesian equation of t, you find out t from the first and substitute in the second, t will get to cancel, sorry, t will be eliminated. There will be a relation between x and y. Cartesian equation അങ്ങനെ കാണാം. പക്ഷേ ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം ചെയ്യാൻ നമുക്കത് കാർട്ടീഷ്യൻ ഇക്വേഷന്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. കാരണം നമ്മളോട് പറയുന്നത് y ഈക്വൽ ടു -5 എന്ന ലൈൻ ഈ കർവിനെ മീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോയിന്റ് കാണാനാ. അപ്പൊ y -5 ആവുമ്പോൾ t കണ്ടാൽ അന്നേരമുള്ള x കിട്ടും. So we substitute in the equation y equal to -5. We get from the second minus 5 equal to minus t square minus 4 or t square equal to 5 minus 4 equal to 1 or t equal to t square t equal to plus or minus 1. അപ്പോൾ y minus 5 ആവുമ്പോൾ t എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പ്ലസ് ഓർ മൈനസ് t പ്ലസ് 1 ആവുമ്പോൾ x എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് -2 -4 equal to -6 ആയിരിക്കും. അതുപോലെ t minus 1 ആവുമ്പോൾ x is equal to +2 - 4 equal to -2 ആയിരിക്കും. Therefore x -6 ഉം -2 ഉം കിട്ടും. y -5 ആവുമ്പോൾ therefore one point A is -2, -5 and the second point is -6, -5, that is B, and AB is equal to square root of -6 plus 2 whole square 5 minus 5 plus 5 whole square is equal to square root of 16. We take the positive value, therefore distance AB is equal to 4. Therefore the correct answer is 4 in that case, which is an integer. Okay, that is the answer of the second question. Okay, distance AB is equal to 4. Now we pass to a third question, which is question based on the ideas of hyperbola and of course ellipse. The eccentricity of the hyperbola of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square. X square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Standard form is the reciprocal of that of the ellipse x square plus 4y square equal to 4. If the hyperbola passes through the focus of the ellipse, passes through a focus of the ellipse. There are two. A focus of the ellipse. Then option A, equation of the hyperbola is x square by equation of the hyperbola is x square by 3 minus y square by 2 equal to 1. Option B, one focus of the hyperbola, focus of the hyperbola is 2, 0. Option C, the eccentricity of the hyperbola, the eccentricity of the hyperbola is root of 5 by 3. Equation of the hyperbola, equation of the hyperbola is x square minus 3y square equal to 3. X square minus 3y square equal to 3. Okay, What are the given condition and options? It is a multiple option type question, more than one characters. The eccentricity of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 is the reciprocal of the eccentricity of the ellipse x square plus y square plus 4. If the hyperbola passes through one of the focus of the ellipse, then equation of the hyperbola is given in two different ways. Of course, only one of them can be true. And B and C are two options. One gives the focus and the other gives the eccentricity of the hyperbola. Okay. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് എലിപ്സിന്റെ എക്സെൻട്രിസിറ്റിയുടെ റെസിപ്രോക്കൽ ആണ് ഗിവൺ ഹൈപ്പർബോളയുടെ എക്സെൻട്രിസിറ്റി. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കറിയാം ഈ എലിപ്സിന്റെ ഇക്വേഷൻ എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ ബൈ 4 പ്ലസ് വൈ സ്ക്വയർ ബൈ 1 equal to 1 എഴുതാം. x square by 4 plus y square by 1 equal to 1, which says that a square equal to 4, b square equal to 1. And if you take the eccentricity of the ellipse as E, the eccentricity of the ellipse E equals 1 minus b square by a square. That is the formula, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4 equal to 3 by 4. Therefore, eccentricity of the ellipse is 3 by 4. And it is given that eccentricity of the hyperbola, which is known as, we denote as E1. E1 is the reciprocal of that. Therefore, E1 is equal to 4 by 3. And we know that eccentricity of the hyperbola is, eccentricity of the ellipse is 1 minus b square by a square, but eccentricity of the hyperbola is 1 plus b square by a square, when even the hyperbola is in the standard form. 1 plus b square by a square on eccentricity, and we take it as 4 by 3. Therefore, b square by a square equal to 4 by 3 minus 1 equal to 1 by 3. B square by a square equal to 4 minus 3 by 3, which is equal to 1 by 3. This is the second question. And we know that focus of the hyperbola is plus or minus AE comma 0. And we know that for the hyperbola, A is equal to 2 and E is equal to 3 by 4. Therefore, we get what we get? Plus or minus AE comma 0. A into 3 by 4. That is plus or minus 2 into 3 by 4 comma 0, which will give you, what is the focus? Okay. You see? So E square equal to 3 by 4 now. Okay. Root of 4 by 3. That is the mistake we made there. E square equal to 4 by 3. B square by a square. E1 square equal to 4 by 3, therefore plus or minus AE comma 0, we get plus or minus A is equal to 2, and that of the hyperbola ellipse is root of 3 by 2 comma 0, which is plus or minus root 3 comma 0. Okay, therefore focus of the ellipse is equal to plus or minus root 3 comma 0. Therefore the hyperbola passes through plus or minus root 3 comma 0. One focus on angle, we can take it as root 3 comma 0. Then we can substitute in the equation of the hyperbola. We get 3 by a square minus 0 by b square equal to 1, which gives a square equal to 3. A square equal to 3. And from the equation, we have b square by a square equal to 1 by 3. And we substitute the a square equal to 3. We get to b square by 3 equal to 1 by 3, which gives b square equal to 1. Therefore, a square equal to 3 and b square equal to 1. Therefore, equation of the hyperbola is x square by 3 minus y square by 1 equal to 1, which gives you one of the options, that is the last option D, x square minus 3y square equal to 3. That is the last option, which is correct, and option A is wrong. Now we have to find the other two conditions. That is, one is the focus of the hyperbola. For the focus of the hyperbola, we have same formula, plus or minus AE comma 0, and that is plus or minus A is root 3. And we know that E1 square equal to 4 by 3. Therefore, E1 is equal to 2 by root 3 into 2 by root 3 comma 0, which is plus or minus 2 0. Therefore, 2 comma 0 is one focus, and option B is correct. And option C says that the eccentricity of the hyperbola is root of 5 by 3. No, eccentricity of the hyperbola is root of 4 by 3. Option C is not correct. Only two options are correct. That is about the focus and about the equation. Consider, that is the next two. Consider two tangents. Each of which is a tangent to both x square plus y square equal to 1 by 2, a circle, and y square equal to 4x, a parabola. For x square plus y square equal to 4x in the parabola cube, x square plus y square equal to 1 by 2 tangent on the lines. Let these lines intersect at Q. Q is the meeting point of these two lines. Consider the ellipse. Consider the ellipse whose center is 0, 0. whose semi-major axis is OQ, where O is the origin. If the length of the minor axis of the ellipse is √2, then which of the following is or are true? Okay. For the ellipse, the eccentricity is 1 by √2, and the latus rectum is 1. First option. Random option. For the ellipse, the eccentricity is 1 by 2, and latus rectum is 1 by 2. And a third option, see, the area of the region bounded by the ellipse between x equal to 1 by √2 and x equal to 1 is 1 by 4√2 into pi minus 2. 1 by 4√2 into pi minus 2. And option D is the area between the ellipse x equal to 1 by √2 by x equal to 1 is the wording and 1 by 16 into pi minus 2. Options recently asked 2 or 3 years back, some 17, 18 or something like that. Now, question. Consider two tangents. Both are common to x square plus y square equal to 1 by 2 and y square equal to 4x. Let the lines intersect at Q at tangents. Consider the ellipse whose center is 0, 0, whose major axis is OQ. If the length of the minor axis is √2, then length then which of the following follows? So we have to consider two common tangents. Okay, we have, I think this is the length of the semi-minor axis, or we check when we do the problem. Find the we have to find the common tangent. Well, there is a circle and there is the parabola. Common tangent is, a common tangent is touching the circle as well as the parabola. One is here also. Y equal to mx plus c എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് y square is equal to 4ax എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പരാബോളയ്ക്ക് ടാൻജന്റ് ആവാനുള്ള കണ്ടീഷൻ c equal to a by m. C equal to a by m. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ y equal to mx plus a by m is always a tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4x. So, our parabola y square equal to 4x. A1. That's why we have parabola tangent line equation y equal to mx plus 1 by m. Equation of the tangent to the parabola. This circle in the tangent. No condition c square equal to s square into 1 plus m square. In a fundamental result or a circle in a tangent. A circle in the radius equal center perpendicular distance. A perpendicular distance from 0, 0. From perpendicular distance from 0, 0 to the line, above line, is equal to radius of the circle. Our circle x square plus y square equal to 1 by 2. X square plus y square equal to r square to compare radius is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Any length of the perpendicular 0, 0 substitute here. M into 0 minus 0 plus 1 by m modulus by root of 1 square plus m square. Ax1 plus by1 plus c modulus divided by root of a square plus b square. So, this is 1 by m into root 1 plus m square equal to 1 by root 2. When you square both sides, we get 1 by m square into 1 plus m square equal to 1 by 2. When you simplify that, we get m raised to 4 plus m square minus 2 equal to 0. M raised to 4 plus m square minus 2 equal to 0 m. That solve m square plus 2 into m square minus 1 equal to 0. Factor is 0. First term m square plus 2 cannot be 0 because m square is non-negative. Therefore, we get m square minus 1 equal to 0, which gives slope of the line is plus or minus 1. So, y m plus 1 y equal to x plus 1 line. Y equal to minus 1 x minus 1. Therefore, the two lines are y equal to minus x minus 1 and y equal to x plus 1. And when we solve this, we get y is equal to 0 and x equal to minus 1. Therefore, the point of intersection of these two lines, that is Q, is minus 1, 0. Okay. And therefore, OQ is 1 magnitude. OQ is equal to 1, and that is the semi-major axis of the ellipse. Therefore, A is equal to 1, and therefore, equation of the ellipse is x square by 1 plus y square by what is the semi-major axis? Oh, this 1 by 2 is the correct option I have. right down to the semi-minor axis is 1 by root 2, not root 2, it is 1 by root 2. Therefore, we get 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 x square by 1 plus y square by 2, 1, 2 equal to 1, and it is of the form x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 equal to, if you want to find the eccentricity, which is root of 1 minus b square by a square, which is equal to root of 1 minus b square by 1, that is 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by root 2. Therefore, eccentricity of the ellipse is 1 by root 2. Okay, now the second part you can do that. Say area of the region, ellipse is like this, and here the line is given as x equal to 1 by root 2, and x equal to 1. The focus of vertex of the ellipse is a comma 0, which is 1 comma 0. Therefore, x equal to is the vertex of the ellipse. You have to find the area of the region bounded between these two terms. Okay, and what about our equation? X square by 1 plus y square by 1 by 2 equal to 1 varum. Therefore, 2y square equal to 1 minus x square. Okay, therefore, root 2y is equal to root of 1 minus x square. Therefore, y is equal to 1 by root 2 into root of 1 minus x square. Therefore, area is equal to, and the curve is symmetrical above and below. Therefore, we find the first region and we take 2 times. Equal to 2 times 1 by root 2 to 1 y, that is 1 by root 2 into root of 1 minus x square dx. Area is equal to integral a to b y dx, and we have taken 2 times. Therefore, curve is, since the curve is symmetrical, therefore it is equal to root 2 and 2 cancels, integral root of 1 minus x square. We have to take the formula x by 2 into root of 1 minus x square plus 1 by 2 sine inverse x by 1 between the limits 1 by root 2 to 1. And when we get put x equal to 1, we get root 2 times 1 by 2 is 0, 1 minus x square 0. Our 0 plus sine inverse 1 pi by 2 and there is a 1 by 2. Therefore, we have the first result as 0 plus pi by 4. Okay, and minus, and we have to put x equal to 1 by root 2 there. Therefore, x square is 1 by 2 root 1 by 2 root 2 into 1 minus 1 by 2, which is 1 by 2 root 2 into 1 by root 2 will come. Therefore, it is 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 4. Then the other result is sine inverse 1 by root 2. Sine inverse 1 by root 2 is pi by 8 plus pi by 8 will come, which is equal to root 2 into pi by 4 minus pi by 8 minus 1 by 4. and it is equal to √2 into 5/8 minus 1/4. Okay, which can be written as √2 into 5 minus 2/8, which is equal to 5 minus 2/4, which is the option C. Therefore, area of the circle is 5 minus 2/4√2, and then in the correction you make that question, the major axis is OQ and the length of the semi-minor axis is 1/√2. Okay. Length of the minor axis is √2 എടുത്താൽ മതി. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ ഹാഫ് വരും. √2 A no B no 1/√2. Okay. Length of the major axis is √2. Length of the semi-minor axis is 1/√2. Okay. Now we pass to the next question. The line the line 2x plus y equal to 1 is a tangent to the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Tangent to the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. If the line passes through the point of intersection of the nearest directrix of the hyperbola, nearest directrix of the hyperbola and the x-axis. Point of intersection of the nearest directrix of the hyperbola. Then eccentricity of the hyperbola is it is an integer type question, therefore no option. The answer is an integer, let's say. The line 2x plus y equal to 1 is a tangent to the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to, if the line passes through the intersection of the nearest directrix. And we know that or minus a by e is on a directrix in the equation. Then it's equal to two lines like this, plus a by e and minus a by e. Okay. And plus 40 is of course a by e comma 0 and minus a by e comma 0. Therefore, the line passes through a by e comma 0. Okay, and so we substitute the 2a by e equal to 1. The line equation is 2x plus y equal to 1, 2a by e equal to 1. Therefore, a by e equal to 1/2. gives one equation a by e equal to 1 by 2. പിന്നെ പറയുന്നത് ഈ ലൈൻ 2x plus y equal to 1. നമുക്കത് സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് ഫോമിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം y equal to minus 2x plus 1 and we compare with y equal to mx plus c. Therefore m is equal to minus 2 and c equal to 1. Y equal to mx plus c. Hyperbolic tangent ആവാനുള്ള condition c square equal to a square m square minus b square. Hyperbolic. Ellipse ആവുമ്പോൾ c square equal to a square m square plus b square. Circle ആവുമ്പോൾ c square equal to a square m square plus a square. കാരണം സർക്കിളിന് a b ഒപ്പാണ് ellipse. ഒന്നുകൂടെ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. c square equal to a square m square minus b square. അതാണ് y equal to mx plus c. ഹൈപ്പർബോളിക് ടാൻജന്റ് ആവാനുള്ള കണ്ടീഷൻ. എലിപ്സിന് ടാൻജന്റ് ആവാനുള്ള കണ്ടീഷൻ c square equal to a square m square plus b square എന്നാണ്. സർക്കിളിന് ടാൻജന്റ് ആവാനുള്ള കണ്ടീഷൻ c square equal to a square m square plus a square എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. ഓക്കെ, കൃത്യമായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലുണ്ടാവും. ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ സർക്കിളിന്റെ ആ കണ്ടീഷൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. സെന്റർ എന്നുള്ള പെർപെൻഡിക്കുലർ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് റേഡിയസിന് ഈക്വൽ ആണെന്ന് ഉപയോഗിച്ചാണ് ഇത് ഉപയോഗിക്കാമായിരുന്നു. ഇവിടെ സി സ്ക്വയർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 1 എ സ്ക്വയർ എം സ്ക്വയർ 4 മൈനസ് 2 ആയാണ് പ്ലസ് മൈനസ് ബി സ്ക്വയർ എന്ന് കിട്ടും. അപ്പോ 4a സ്ക്വയർ മൈനസ് ബി സ്ക്വയർ ഈക്വൽ ടു 1 വരും. 4a square minus b square equal to 1. And we know that for a hyperbola, b square equals a square into e square minus 1. Ellipse ആവുമ്പോൾ b square equal to a square into 1 minus e square. When I substitute here 4a square minus a square into 1 minus e square minus 1 equal to 1. Okay, a square into 1 minus a square, and when divided by a square throughout I get 4 minus e square minus 1 equal to 1 by a square. That is 5 minus e square equal to 1 by a square. And we have a previous condition which says that a by e equal to 1 by 2. Okay, therefore a square equal to e square by 4. Therefore 1 by a square equal to 4 by e square. അത് അവിടെ സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 5 minus c square equal to 4 by e square എന്ന് കിട്ടും. When we multiply throughout by e square, we get 5e square minus e raised to 4 equal to 4 e raised to 4 minus 5e square plus 4 equal to 0. That is e square minus 4 into e square minus 1 equal to 0. That is eccentricity equal to 2. We take only positive value. And e equal to 1. For a hyperbola, the eccentricity is always greater than 1. Ellipse it is less than 1, and a parabola it is equal to 1. Therefore, e equal to 1 is the eccentricity of a parabola and not that of the hyperbola. Therefore, we get which is the correct answer. Thank you, and we'll continue the coordinated geometry section in the next video. Okay, thank you.